All right. Well, hello, everyone. I'm here with Rachel Thalmann. This is Stacy Feil, president of ICF Heartland. Thank you, Rachel, for joining me today. You are a leadership coach with Inspired Leadership at ESDEC. Tell us a little bit about what that means.
Yes. Okay. First, hi, Stacy. Thank you for this opportunity. So ESDEC is a service center for education in Central Kansas, and Inspired Leadership is under the umbrella of ESDEC, and that's who I am subcontracted to work with. And we have in the past, up until the last couple of years, we have solely worked with public educators, with administration, with school cultures, with district cultures, with some teachers. And that's been the gist of our work. And then the last year, I would say last 2 years, we've transitioned also into corporations. So still dealing with the culture work and leadership, and mostly ours, I mean, not mostly, but one of the big things that we talk about is self-leadership, raising the awareness of our own, the way we lead ourselves, the way we process with ourselves, and how that impacts those around us.
Mm-hmm. So as a professional coach, then what is your specific role in that, in all of that?
Yes. So I'm subcontracted to do the actual coaching, to set up contracts with individual clients. I also do group coaching. I also help with we have something called a culture audit. So I help in creating the report, collecting the data. All that is involved in my duties. I also write, I guess this isn't me. Well, I guess it is. I also write our weekly Friday email that goes out to our community and contribute in all those different ways. But as far as coaching goes, that's what I do, is work one-on-one with individuals and also small groups.
Mm. So you wear a lot of hats in this role.
I do.
Yes.
Yes.
And so as a subcontracted coach with them, how does that look different for you? Because you also have your own private practice. How does that look different for you from the work you do in your private coaching practice?
That's really good. So I'm really grateful to be part of the ESDAC community, because there's a financing department, there's a printing department, there's a consulting department, there's other coaches. So I've got that whole the feel of working with an organization, in an organization. And then because I'm subcontracted, I can also have a few clients on my own. And I do all the work for that. So it's, as an entrepreneur, you put your heart and soul into your work. And I still do this way as a contractor, but I've got support. I work with a team. There's 3 other gals and I that work on this Inspired Leadership team. And it's wonderful to be able to have that kind of support, synergy as we do our work.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your private practice.
Well, I also do leadership coaching, I would say, as well in my private practice. But what I'm learning is that there are all sorts of niches in the world. And that, when I first got my training, it was just kind of pounded into me, find your niche, find your niche, find your niche. And one thing I've learned is to let your niche find you. I think I shared this story with you, Stacy, but somebody recommended me as a a coach for someone that they knew, and they said, "Oh, you'll be perfect together." And I thought, I wonder why we'd be perfect together. I wonder why they thought that we would be a good fit. And when I met the gal for our first discovery call, I realized, oh yeah, we are a really great fit. I just felt really in tune with her. She was kind of like a me 20 years younger. And I just was like, this is a really great, really great fit. And it got me processing about who do I want to work with? Who do I feel like my strengths and talents best fit to actually move them, help them make changes that they want to make through coaching? So it's kind of varied, basically, to answer your question, Stacy.
Yeah. Well, you said something really interesting there in that, who do I want to work with? I think a lot of coaches, especially when coaches are first starting out, we want to work with everybody because we can, and we feel like
Yes.
we can be there for everyone and make an impact. And so it's interesting to hear you say, who do I want to work with?
Yes.
And so I'm wondering how that aspect of coaching for you has evolved over time.
Yeah. When I first started coaching, it was like, I want to coach everyone about everything. And then as I've grown, I just know now I'm not a good match for everybody, or they're not a good match for me. And I have enough of a network. And on my own team, we have this understanding too, that, okay, I've coached with so-and-so for a while, or you've coached with so-and-so for a while. I think that actually if they coach with you for a little bit, it might be a different experience. And now we also let our clients choose their coach. So they go to our website and they read through, and we have them choose who would be the best coach. And we say to ourselves, among ourselves, this isn't personal. We want to be matched well with people so that they have the greatest outcomes.
Yeah.
So it's just evolved.
Yeah. Well, and outcomes is what I think as coaches we all want for our clients, is the best outcome. So what brought you to coaching in the first place?
Oh, so I used to work in the classroom. I was a teacher, and then I stayed home with my first child, and I needed to go back and recertify. So I went to SDAC to recertify with my teaching license, and they had a program there on leadership. And I went through that program and loved it. I was like, oh, this is just so exciting to be able to help people at a deep level, and to impact the people who are impacting people. And so I got involved with their training, and then went on from there to do my own coach training. So actually, I didn't seek it out, Stacy. I feel like it sought me out. And it's a really, I'm imagining there's this picture of this guy. He's standing on the edge of a cliff, and there's this big hand behind him, and it's about to flick him off of the cliff. But then on the other side of the cliff, there's this other hand waiting to catch him, and it says, like, the universe, and then also the universe will catch you. So I love that. I just love that I didn't seek it out and pursue it. I mean, there's been things in my life that I have done that, but then to just kind of be flicked into a new place and have the world feel like it catches you, and it's like, oh, this is exactly where I want to be, but didn't know it, is a great place to be. So that's how I got there. Inadvertently, I got there inadvertently, and I'm so grateful.
Wow, that's amazing. You also juggle a family. I know family time is very important to you. How do you juggle all of what you do?
Yes. So on one of these questions, it was like, what challenges have you grown through over the last year? And that was what I was thinking about, was one of the challenges, because when my kids are home, I want to be present with them. So it's this tug inside of me. So if they were here because of a quarantine for 2 weeks, and I have work to do for my home office, it was like, oh, how do I make sure they're having success at school and still meet the needs of my job? And it was just like I had to figure out what it was. And I mean, I felt this before, but it really became clear to me after this year, which was when my kids are here, that's the flexibility, I think, of being an entrepreneur, and also working with a very flexible organization, is I can schedule around my kids. But when they're in school, I set my times, work, all while they are gone, and then make sure it's important to me to make sure that I am here when they get home. So there's a concept that I learned, actually, Stacy, that's really been helpful. It's called counterbalance. So I don't know that we ever really feel balanced, like I'm giving equal to my family and equal to my job. So I counterbalance, because there's times where I want to use my time for my job, for my clients, for developing, creating, for writing. And I start to feel, imbalanced. So then I go, okay, so this weekend, here's the intention I'm going to create with my family, or after school, this is the intention I'm going to create with my family. And I just counterbalance it. So to me, it isn't about balancing. It's about just constantly counterbalancing to make sure that both places get me fully, equally, but just different times, just continuing to make it a counterbalancing act.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like that requires a great sense of self-awareness in you to be able to recognize when are those times I'm exerting here and less there.
Yes. And this is actually the kind of work that we do with people is, okay, so if I start feeling guilty, is it guilt that's going to drive me to my family? Or do I consciously want to engage and interact? If I start feeling overwhelmed with my family, is that going to, filter over into my work? And if so, how? So it is about, that's what our work is about, creating this inner awareness of how we are leading ourselves and how that impacts what we're giving out around us. So I'm glad that you said that. Thank you. For pointing that out, because that is the work we do. And so, it's the self work that I constantly work on as well. So living consciously, making decisions consciously. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for the coaches of you out there who are watching us live on Facebook, we apologize. We are not able to see the live feed and the comments coming in. So if you have comments for Rachel or questions for Rachel, please do put them in the comment section of this video, and we will respond to that post video. So Rachel, what advice would you give to other coaches out there who either may just be starting out or who have been coaching a while and are trying to figure out their next step and really where they want to be and what kind of coach they want to develop into?
Oh, okay. So for someone starting out, what I would say is coach. Just keep coaching. One of the things that has changed for me over the last 7 years is I feel so much more confident, because when I look back, there are people in my mind that have had success through coaching. I have some repeat clients, many repeat clients, some that have so I think just continue to coach. Oh, am I stuck? Am I frozen?
Wait, I can hear you. Your video's frozen, but I can hear you. I could hear you. We may have lost Rachel. Let's see if she comes back. Oh, there she is. There we are.
Okay. Okay. I just got my internet is unstable. So I can't remember, where did I leave off?
For those just starting out.
Yes, to continue to coach.
To
and build.
continue to just coach. Yes.
Yes. Because when you get further enough along, you look back and you start to see faces and names and organizations, and you start having a track record of success, which is confident building. And then I know going forward how I want to, well, not even, I know what to say. I know how we can help. I know many of the issues that leaders have. It's not a lot different than the next guy. So that's what I would say to people starting out. Just keep coaching, keep learning, keep reflecting, and you will build your confidence and your skills along the way. For someone who's more like, I guess at the place where I am is, I think keep standing on the edge. Keep standing on the edge, position yourself there, and either jump or just let the world do it, and expect as a expect the expected. Just expect to land somewhere, because that somewhere is different than you are now. And sometimes that's a scary jump, but there's a lot of growth in going to the edge. So that's what I would say.
I hear trust in that too.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Trust the universe, trust the process, trust the profession.
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself that in the moment, everything that you have done up into this moment has made you for this moment. Yes, that's it,
Wow.
Stacy.
Wow, that's powerful. So switching gears a little bit, how did you get involved with ICF Heartland? We are in the middle of International Coaching Week, so we are celebrating as a chapter all of our wonderful coaches. Tell us how you came to this chapter.
Yes, well, I knew I wanted to get involved in a professional community. And so I learned that we had this ICF Heartland community, and I was part of it last year. And then this year I said, I want to help serve. I want to be even more connected. I want to know more people. And so that's what led me to take a leadership role. And I get to practice what I coach other people through, which is a great opportunity, a great learning opportunity too. And so so that's how I came to be here. And already I feel like I have developed in the last four or 5 months here, been even more connected by taking an active role in volunteering and helping and wanting other people to be connected to, has paid off in relationships, in growth, and development. So yes, it's been a great community to be part of.
For those of you who may not know, Rachel is our marketing chair. So when she says the leadership role, that's what she's referring to. She joined the board of directors for ICF Heartland as our marketing chair in January of this year. And we thank her for all the work that she's doing for us. How can people get in touch with you, Rachel? How can they connect if they feel led to?
I would love to hear from people, either my email, which is rachelt@esdac.org, and ESDAC is ESSDACK. It's an acronym. I can't even tell you exactly what it stands for when I'm in this moment, but email is a great way. And then our website is ventureinspired.org. So we have some really great work happening, really important. All of us as coaches have really important work happening this last year and moving into the next to really help people shift and, make the changes that they really want to make.
Yeah, going forward post-COVID, I wish we had more time. We could talk about that, what the world looks like going forward versus what it was like this last year. But we are out of time. 20 minutes. Gosh, I say it every time. It goes so fast. Yes. Well, thank you all for joining us, and join us on Thursday. We will be talking with Marilyn O'Hearn, tomorrow, Wednesday, we have our Power of Coaching and Organizations program. So join us on Zoom for that. And we will see you right back here on Thursday. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Stacy.